Welcome back to the channel. We're doing something a little different this evening. I'm going to be talking to a friend of mine that started this coffee line. 50% of the proceeds go to recovery. I am so anxious to talk to him about how it started, why it started, where the proceeds go to, who his partners are. I've tried this coffee. It's called Brainwashed. Oh my God. Brainwashed Coffee. Wait till you hear some of the names of these coffees. They're amazing. And we're going to talk to Billy in just a little bit. Bill, thank you so much for doing this with me. Honest to God, this is wonderful. I have met some amazing people in recovery. And one of those people was our friend Martin. And that's how I got to know you and your brand. But I asked you if you would come on and just, let people know how the company started and where the proceeds go to, because it's on everything. 50% of all the proceeds. I mean, that was like a big thing for me. And I'm like, I'm donating my cups and so I would love to know how it all started, if you don't mind.
No, and thanks for having me on. This is really awesome. I mean, I've only done a few of these, so they're fun and they're interesting and they're different. It's cool to talk about the brand because it was a lot of fun to start. You and I spoke about it briefly, and it was really just completely out of left field. So my then girlfriend, my current wife, Sam, and I were quarantining in May, I guess, of 2020. We were both living separately, and we decided to quarantine together. And a 2-week quarantine turned into 6 or 7 or 8 months, and then an engagement, and then a marriage. So that was really cool. That was a really cool story in general.
Just cool in itself. Yeah, right. That's awesome. Yeah. Congratulations.
So, thank you. And COVID was horrific and horrible, but out of that came a great marriage and a great relationship. And this coffee company, basically. So we were on a run one day, and we were just talking about being of service and helping others and giving back to this amazing community that we think is so special to us. And we just said, let's kind of figure something out. So we were talking, and then I had done some research previously about I was freaking out because I was looking at the beginning of COVID, I was looking at possibly losing jobs. Yeah. I'm a teacher in a private school. I'm a coach. So all of that was on shaky ground for a long time at the beginning of COVID. So I was like, well, I got to do something. When I have free time, I'm the worst person in the world. So I need something to occupy my time. Idle hands are, for me, the devil's playground.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I was doing research online about ways to kind of make ends meet, unique ways and different ways. And then I was reading about what drop shipping is. I had no idea what the hell it was.
Okay.
And I just kept reading and learning and watching videos, and I was staying up late. I went down this really, really, really deep rabbit hole. I would get to bed late at night, and Sam would be like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I was reading about this and I was reading about that." And I'm just a teacher. I'm a teacher. I have no background in coffee. I have no background in marketing. I have no background in roasting. And so I found a partner who knows a lot of that stuff. And all online, I found some partners, and coincidentally, this gentleman lives in the town or works in the town where I live. And I know, so weird, right?
It is.
So we hit it off, and we started a little cool partnership where I'm doing a lot of the front end marketing and connections and talking to people like you, and he's doing a lot of the back end roasting and shipping, and it's working out really well. Yeah. So it was just really, I don't even know. It was altruistic in nature. Yeah. It was just kind of a way to help out and give back. It's been a really cool learning experience. It's been a really fun process. It's been very, very, very rewarding and very, very, very challenging altogether. Like you said, Martin was such a special person to a lot of people, and he was amazing to work with. He designed some stuff for us, like our t-shirts, and he was so special. And
very
yeah, it was very sad and very challenging time for a lot of people.
Yes, absolutely. And when I was talking with him and we were doing a couple of things together and we're bouncing stuff off of each other, he had asked me to share my story, and I did. And he puts it up there, and it was sponsored by Brainwashed Coffee, and I'm like, who is this? What is this? Oh my God, their coffee's so good. You gotta check it out. I was like, okay.
Oh, good. That's nice.
Because Billy's so great. You would love him. So I put in my first order, and I had gotten higher powder, and your ego is not your amigo.
Yeah.
Just to check it out. And I get the order, and I see 50% of the proceeds go to recovery. And I'm like, wait, what? So I started watching, I started looking into what you were doing and what recovery, like, do you do a little here, a little there? Is it in your area? Is it in California? What happens with all of that?
Yeah, so we started out just trying to work with local rehabs, and we realized that like we were selling bags all over the country. So we wanted to make sure that we represented that. So we partnered with, Alika Pro Recovery Power. He's got a great nonprofit he's doing, working with, addicts and alcoholics. We try to donate every quarter. So we try as best we can. So it's not every month. So I think Alika, we've made just one donation because it was a recent partnership. So we've donated to Alika, and we've sent, not just funds, but also coffee that he can use at like events and stuff. And we do a lot of that. We do a lot of like donating coffee just to, groups and organizations that are throwing events so that they just have some coffee to serve, and it adds to the environment and adds to the experience. And coffee brings people together, right?
Yeah,
And that's
absolutely.
that's right. That's part of the name of like coffee commitment, that it like brings people together, right? And you stand around the coffee urn, you talk, you share, you sit down in a diner, you talk and share, you have a cup of coffee. So we're all about creating the community and all about having people just kind of chat over a cup of coffee. So there's a little shift going on, which is pretty cool. We've been donating to a rehab in Harrison, New York, called St. Vincent's.
Okay.
And they've gotten the majority of our donations because we've been there with them for over a year. But recently, I just had a really cool conversation with a nonprofit in our area also that works with St. Vincent's, and they are called Drug Crisis in Our Backyard. And it's two women who both in the same week lost their sons to overdose about 8 years ago. And they started this nonprofit, and they give direct scholarships to people and families who are involved in drug addiction, alcoholism, and everything. And they pay the bills directly. So they give up to $500 per person a year, but they pay the bills directly. They pay for like, Vivitrol shots, or they pay for meetings with doctors. They pay for groceries for people who can't afford them if they're just coming out of rehab. So we're starting a partnership with them, which we're really excited about. They seem awesome, and it's a straight up nonprofit. So that's great too. So it's awesome.
That's amazing. That is amazing. I love hearing stuff like this because I didn't know that things like this existed. When I was on and I was going to log out, I go to your cart or whatever, I saw this awesome little thing that you had too, was donate a cup. And it was a small, medium, or large, $1, $2, or $5 to go directly to these places. And I was like, oh my God, how interesting is that? So of course I'm like, yeah, donate a cup. It's so cool. Honest to God, I get so excited over the littlest things. I swear to God, but they're not little things. These little things add up, and it can really help somebody out that really needs it. I've gotten a lot of calls. I can't afford to go to rehab, or I can't afford, stuff like this that's popping up like this, that's giving people opportunities to get clean is just amazing. So Billy, I wanted to ask you something. I wanted to ask you, I was hoping that we could do something together and maybe do like a promo code or something, Laura's World promo code. I don't know. We could figure something out. And for any order that uses the promo code, I would love, me personally, to donate a cup for every order that you get.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's so sweet of you. I
would love to do that. I would love to do that, honestly.
I made a Laura's World promo code already. So it's already active. It's ready to roll.
Oh
LAURS, Laura's World. Yeah. So it's ready to roll. Yeah, it'll be $5 off for anyone who orders with that code. And I have to apologize to everyone who's ordered a donation cup and then messaged me on Instagram and said, I haven't received my mug yet. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, those are just donations because it's a little confusing, honestly, when you look at it. But I would say 95% of our orders include like a $1 donation or more, which I think is so cool because
it's so cool.
People want to support and help, and it's amazing that they give.
Yes, and I want to be one of those people. I want to help out with this. I would love to. I want to be a part of this thing with you guys. The coffee is amazing. The candle smells like coffee, caramel coffee. Like I'm representing over here, okay?
I know you are. I know you rock. I appreciate the support.
Oh my God!
We all do.
And I bring the coffee into work, and now the girls at work are like, "What is this? This is really good." And everybody's going crazy over the coffee commitment because it's got a nice little kick to it.
That coffee is such a seller. Everyone buys that coffee. It's so good.
It's really good. It's smooth, and I'm not just saying that. Honest to God, because I love coffee. It's very smooth, and clean your bean. I love that. I just love everything about this brand. I am so happy that you came on and did this with me. And we're going to put this out there, and we're going to put in the description. We're going to put where to find you on Instagram, on your shopping site. We'll have my little promo code. I'm so excited.
Totally. You've got such a great audience and a great following. I mean, it's nice to do these partnerships, like
Yeah,
it's really fun.
absolutely. I love
Yeah.
you for doing this. And I feel like I made a friend for life. I think you're doing amazing work. Service work to me is like, you can't describe it. It just feels so good to be able to give something that was so freely given to us. And I wouldn't trade this life for anything in the whole world. Honest to God, I wouldn't. I
Yeah.
wouldn't. And it's meeting people like you that have the same kind of, I don't know, you've got this piece about you, Billy. You just got this real nice piece about you, and you got a great heart. And I just love what you're doing, and keep up
Well,
the
thank
good
you.
work.
Thank you so much for the kind words. I mean, that was so sweet of you to say that, and I appreciate the time. It's
Oh,
always nice
man.
to meet fun people and talk just casually, and it's just a chill
It's
environment.
what
So
it's all about, and I appreciate you taking the time out to do this with
no,
me.
thank
I
you.
really, really do. I am going to continue to drink the coffee, support your brand. I love it. And I'll be talking to you tomorrow. I'll send you a good morning and another just for today.
And I'll send my gratitude list.
Thank you. I love that. I said something to you about that I do that at night, and that you send it, and it's like, it stops you in your tracks when you think you're having a bad day.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just does.
I've
Gratitude.
someone said, like you can't be fearful and scared and grateful at the same time. So why not just pick gratitude? And I was like, man, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, it does.
No,
Yes,
yeah,
it
the
does.
gratitude list really work.
Yeah,
So I
absolutely.
keep doing it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. You enjoy the rest of your evening, my friend.
Thanks, Laura. You too. Thanks for having me on.